Hello everyone, welcome to this week's edition of the Fibonacci Review. Today we're looking at JP Morgan, the finance banking giant out of the US, and we're going to see a really simple approach, particularly handy for those traders who like to be in shorter term, perhaps looking for opportunities that last a couple of days to a couple of weeks. The same technique and the same strategy will work for longer term traders. It just simply depends on what you want to do in the market. Now, what I always look for are major turning points on a chart. For example, there was a major low here, April 7, and then we've just had a recent peak here, September 29, and the market went through a little bit of a pullback here for about a month or so until October 22, and then the reversal started here around $290, and it's now up to 320. Now that represents a 10% return in the space of a couple of weeks. What we want to know as traders is, why was this a low? What was it at that point that told us that the market was likely to have some kind of reversal? And the natural harmonic ratios, those fabulous numbers and ratios, can give us really important clues. So in Optima, I just go into my chart tools through here. I find the Fibonacci retracement tool, and then I take it from that last low and bring it up to that last peak. And you can see here that all we're doing is taking the distance from the low to the high and dividing that by the Fibonacci ratios, 23.6, 38.2, 61.8, 76.4. I also include the halfway point. This is a point that W.D. Gann popularized. It kept saying that it was so important to know where the halfway point between any high or low is. And all we got to do now, as long as the market stays above this low and below this top, we can just leave this on here for as long as it takes the market to break those 2 points. Then all we need to do is to just drag it across to the right hand side as the market continues to trade. And then we look to see what the market does when it gets to these levels. Now here on October 22, the market reacted perfectly to the 23.6% level. Now this is a $300 stock. The Fibonacci level is 290.66 and the low was 290.54. You're talking 10 to 12 cents difference in a $300 stock. That's nothing. But the levels prove themselves again, that if we put these on the chart and leave them alone and just watch what the market does when it gets there, you can see it touched it. The next day was an inside day, inside reversal day, and thereafter it's just headed north. Fabulous profits are made by advanced traders who know this simple secret. I hope that makes sense for you, and of course, any questions or queries, you're welcome to send them through. See you again next week with another look at this fabulous Fibonacci technique in trading. Bye for now.